Overwatch wins awards, don't be like this guy, and there is a very special console buff. Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to Unit Lost. I am Stylosa. So, yeah, don't be like this guy.
I am way better than anybody in Diamond. Like, DPS-wise, I'm fucking so good. I don't belong in this elo. And every day I get on this piece of shit game and I am denied my true rank because I'm being forced to play with fucking retards who hold me back. Everything that and on top of that, I'm a fucking winner and I'm competitive. So me being forced to lose because I'm playing with teammates who don't care and there's nothing that I can do about it.
Now, at first, I was like, this must be a troll. I've never seen this player before. I have no idea who it is. It's not a troll. This is how this guy constantly acts all of the time in all of the various games that he plays, not just Overwatch. Anyway, this type of mentality is kind of a bit mad because when you look at that guy's stats, I mean, I won't put them on the screen for you guys to see again, but he's got 16 eliminations. He has no medal for that. He's got gold damage, but then that's kind of telling because he's playing Soldier 76. He claims he's much better than Diamond. If he was, then he'd have golden eliminations, right? These are kind of the only times where medals actually make any sense. If you are a vastly better player than everybody at your level, you will consistently get all of the golds, especially if you're playing a DPS hero. But the thing is, right, where does this attitude come from? Because it's all right for me to say, oh yeah, don't be like this guy, but where does it come from? I think in Overwatch, and I'm sure you guys will agree, there are a lot of times where somebody does throw the game for you. I think when it happens a lot, it becomes very easy to say, oh, the reason why we lost that game is because we had a Torbjorn troll. But you can actually win with a Torbjorn troll. If the Torb was even trolling anyway, maybe he was trying, we just don't know, right? There's a lot of different variables. So I think it's very easy to just sort of pass blame off in Overwatch and go, oh my god, look at this guy, he's so bad, what's he doing on the team? It's the worst thing ever, we shouldn't have this, that's why we've lost. And then on the other side of the coin, when you win a game, you can feel like, oh, I'm the best, I've carried this game, I'm amazing. Then you go into the next game, and then maybe this kind of attitude gets a bit crazy. So all I want to say is try not to blame other people. Just try and think to yourself, what could I do? We're only human, though. I've done this in the past. I'm guilty of it. We're all guilty of this. Because you'll think to yourself, oh my days, why is that guy playing, I don't know, Orisa when we need a Reinhardt? We would have won if we had a Reinhardt instead of Orisa. But maybe there were things you could have done in the game to actually have helped anyway. So always try and look at yourself, guys. Think about that positive mental attitude. Remember a video, if any of you guys can remember this, I made about a year ago. I spoke about this, like being positive, just trying to look at yourself and go for improvements. Anyway, don't be like that guy. Next up, we've got a buff to Ana on console. Hooray, ladies and gentlemen. This is a console-specific only buff as well. Now, I'm going to link to this in the description below, like I'll link to all of the sources in this video. However, I'll just quickly go over this. It's basically aim assist for Ana, for allies. So when Ana is aiming at allies, she has a slight aim assist. When she's aiming at the enemy, she doesn't have an aim assist. This is through her scope, I believe, and also through her just normal hip fire. This will help Ana an absolute load on console because she, as far as I'm aware, is absolutely terrible on console because you may as well just play Mercy or anybody like, you know, like Zen or any of the other healing supports, Moira, I guess, where you don't have to be that accurate. The problem with Ana is you need amazing aim to actually heal anybody. You can't do that because you're getting people jumping all over your face and there's other healers in the game that are performing like 100% better. So this is a good change, and it's about time we start getting some console-specific buffs. They've always said console is its own platform. It will have its own balance. However, it's been quite lacking, hasn't it, recently? So it's good that Tim Ford has come out on the forums and said, guys, we're actually going to start fixing console, I guess, and we're going to fix Ana. So this is the first step in a long step to fixing what's going on in console. So I think this is a good change. Let me know what you think about this in the comments below. The Game Awards took place yesterday, and Overwatch won 2 awards. Now, one of them is a little bit surprising, so let's get into this. First one they won was the Best Ongoing Game Award. Now, this is the award for the game which I guess is under constant development, which is constantly being updated, and all of that good stuff. Overwatch wins that. I think that's fair. You know, I play a lot of Overwatch. We all play Overwatch. I think Overwatch has been possibly the most updated game of the year, so it would win Best Ongoing Game, if you get where I'm going with this logic. Also, we're very biased here. We love Overwatch, so obviously we're going to say that. Are there other games out there which could potentially have took this? Maybe. Yeah. So in this category for Best Ongoing Game, we had Destiny 2, which that's not going to win, is it, given what's going on with that. Grand Theft Auto Online, that's a very strong contender. Overwatch, Rainbow Six Siege, and Warframe. I'd say out of all of these games, you're probably looking at GTA, Warframe, and Overwatch being the ones which, you know, are going to possibly take this home. And Overwatch won this. Like I said, I think this is justified. Now, obviously, we've got a lot of issues with Overwatch because we're the hardcore community. We know that, yeah, we want updates to competitive. We want other things coming out and all that stuff. But I think from, like, the players looking out to, like, at Overwatch from with not being within the game, they're going to see constant updates coming out with these new events, new skins and all that stuff. So I think this kind of makes sense. However, let's talk about the other award, because I think this one is a little bit premature. So this is Best Esport Game. Now, we've got Counter-Strike Global Offensive, Dota 2, League of Legends, and Overwatch, and Rocket League in this category. And Overwatch has won this. Now, this is a little bit perplexing. Now, I'm not saying Overwatch esports is bad, but this year has not been the year of Overwatch League. Like, if anything, Overwatch should be looking to win this next year. This seems like a very premature sort of accolade to pick up, so I'm not really sure why they've won this, because if you think about what's happened this year for Overwatch esports, yeah, you got the Apex tournaments, but it was much reduced compared to what happened even before that when they announced Overwatch League, because a lot of teams didn't really know what was going on, so a lot of minor tournaments stopped happening. Yeah, the Apex stuff was good, the World Cup was good, but really, and this is going to sound kind of crazy, the World Cup isn't really esports, because yes, the players are the best from each nation, but they're not teams. It's not like, you know, an actual, like, ultra high level competition. There are players in those teams where there are other players who are way better, but they can't play because of, well, obviously they're not from the same country. It is a very hype competition. I think it's more of an exhibition kind of thing, less than like an esports competition. It did well. It looked really good. It had very high viewers. But when you compare it to actual, you know, other games, and you look at the list, and the list is quite like, yeah, I mean, you've got all the CSGO majors. Now, obviously, these things get a lot of viewers. CSGO, very developed esport. That's obviously going to do a lot of work. Dota, well, we all know what Dota does every year. Dota just gets tons of viewers. Biggest prize pool every year is smashed with the Dota International. Then you've got League of Legends Worlds, which, like, this year was absolutely massive. I mean, the 2017's Worlds, I think they filled out the Chinese Olympic Stadium, the Bird's Nest they call it, and it was full. This is a stadium which has got a, you know, I don't even know what the capacity is. Let's Google it, but I know it was full. Bird's Nest capacity, it was 80,000 and it was full. What the hell? That is ridiculous. Like, that is totally ridiculous. So I'm not really too sure why Overwatch has won Best Esports Game. Like, Overwatch is just starting its esports journey, so it's very weird that it would win that. But there you go, guys. This has been a nice little roundup of what's going on in the world of Overwatch. Let me know what you think about all of this in the comments below. I've been Stylosa, and just remember, don't be like the guy at the start of this video, and I'll catch you on the next one, guys. Toodaloo.